Hello, my name is Ricky Wong, and today I'll teach you about factoring using greatest common factors, reverse FOIL method, and AC method. First, I do have to apologize about my last lesson where I stated that roots only apply to quadratics and above. It also applies to linear functions because roots is a universal term for x-intercepts. Now let's get on to the lesson. Now, what is factoring? Factoring is simply just the method of finding the x-intercepts of certain functions, mainly in this lesson, quadratics. Now, GCF factoring. Let's say we have x squared plus 2x. Easiest way to do this is to find the GCF. It would probably make it easier to separate the terms. So now you would know that both of the terms share x as the greatest common factor, so you can factor that out into x parentheses x plus 2. But we're not done yet because factoring is finding the x-intercepts. You have to separate these, very important by the way, and set them to 0. And this will give us the roots of x equals 0 and x equals negative 2 because you minus 2 to the other side. Now we go to reverse FOIL. You should learn FOIL before this because that will make it a lot easier. Because let's say we have x plus 2 and x plus 3. If you use FOIL on this, you'll get x squared plus 5x plus 6. Reverse FOIL is simply just the reverse of that to get these two roots in parentheses, which the roots are x equals negative 2 and x equals negative 3. Now let's try it with a different function and explain how you factor using reverse FOIL. Let's say you have x squared plus 2x plus 1. Easiest way is to find two numbers that multiply into c and add into b. So if you factor it, it would become x plus 1 and x plus 1 because 1 times 1 is 1 and 1 plus 1 is 2. And then you would find that the root, one root, because they're both the same, is x equals negative 1. And now we move on to AC method. AC method is a bit harder because normally we would combine GCF and reverse FOIL in order to find the roots of quadratic functions with a's that are greater than 1, which, let's say 3x squared plus 9x plus 6. You can use AC method, but we can also combine GCF and reverse FOIL, which we first factor out 3, which will give us 3 parentheses x squared plus 3x plus 2, which we further factor into x plus 2 and x plus 1. And then you might be wondering, what do we do with the 3? You just get rid of it. You scrap it because 3 does not equal 0, so 3 cannot be a root, while the roots are negative 2 and negative 1. Now, AC method, we have to go over standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. AC method is simply the multiplication of a and c, and then using that to separate b into two terms. How do you do this? Well, let's say we have 4x squared plus 37x plus 9. Multiply a and c, we get 36. Now what do? We have to find two numbers that multiply into 36 and add into 37. And you might have figured it out already. 4x squared plus 36x plus x plus 9. Because 36 times 1, the 1 is invisible, is 36, and 36 plus 1 is 37. This is how you would separate in b into two terms, and then you separate the two, very important by the way, and then you treat them separately and factor out using GCF. So here it will be x plus 9 with 4x being factored out because 4x is the greatest common factor, and here it will just be 1 because nothing can be factored out. From here, you just do 4x plus 1 and x plus 9. You just scrap the other one. I don't know why. But as you can see, this, the 4x and the 1 combine to a term. And from here, you find the roots, which will become x equals negative quarter and x equals negative 9. That concludes my lesson on factoring using greatest common factors, reverse FOIL method, and AC method. Thank you for watching. I hope you can leave a like and comment and leave feedback on how well I did, because I want to see what I can improve on. And I hope you all have a nice day.